Hello, people of Earth. I'm Dan Lockhart, the Ride of the Valkyrie Dan Lockhart YouTube channel. This is Season 8 of Ride of the Valkyrie Dan Lockhart. I've had the opportunity to travel to a lot of different places in the world, but I choose to ride my motorcycle right here in Colorado. If you like my adventures around the state, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel down below. Thank you. Have a great day. Hello, people of Earth. I'm Dan Lockhart of the Ride of Valkyrie Dan Lockhart YouTube channel. This is my introduction for Season 8, Episode 8. In this episode, I finally make it to Lake City and take a little cruise around Lake San Cristobal. I'll give you some more information in the video about Lake San Cristobal. It's a beautiful natural alpine lake. I'll tell you how it was formed, when it was formed, and what it's used for today. Yeah, I had a really nice ride out there. It was beautiful. I'm being buzzed by hummingbirds right now. Ooh, I don't like that I'm walking around their feeder. What's he doing? There's 3 of them or 4 of them there. Anyway, yeah, that's what this episode is about. If you like my episode, give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel down below. We'll see you in the next one. See if we can get a shot of these guys. Come back, fellas. There he is. Oh, he's on the other side of the feeder. Yeah, there you go. I hope I was able to get that. It's pretty cool. See, they're really stocking up for winter right now. They're going through one of those things every couple of days. But it's really beautiful this morning. And the haze from the wildfires, the smoke has died down quite a bit. So it's actually a very nice day. We already did our walk for the morning with the boys. Anyway, thanks. Have a great one. Take care. Bye-bye.
GP12 back on. It's got a lot of battery. Flashing red light. I think all the cameras are working again, which is good because this was really the prettiest part, and I missed some of it. But maybe I got it with the GoPro 12. That's entirely possible. Let's see if we can get this beast back on its feet. There we are. Okay. Alrighty. I think we're good to roll. And that is why you probably ought to run two cameras all the time, because you never know when one is going to stop working. I got down to 3% battery in the one that was in the X5, and it wasn't enough to turn it back on again to do anything. At least now we know when she quit. That was a pretty good long time. I don't remember what time I left the house, but it's at 12:35 now. I think it was probably about 11. Yeah, so that's decent. Hour and a half on low battery. I'll take it. Man, I can really smell the smoke. Yeah, I got the GoPro 12 on a suction mount. I got a tether on it too, just in case. But I remember when I first got the suction mount, they said that they would hold up to 140 miles an hour. That's good enough for me. I only have it to fall out like once or twice. It was on the tether. I think about it being overcast, it's a little cooler at least. The main objective was to go around Lake San Cristobal. I think I would continue through town, go through Lake City. The Lake San Cristobal turn as you're going out of town southbound, if I remember right. It'll be dirt, but it's a well-maintained dirt road, so I'm not too worried about it. And it won't be like I'm sliding away. Hey, does this guy ever shut up? That's right, what you're thinking. Ain't nobody gonna watch a 2-hour or 3-hour Night of the Valkyrie video. I'll have quite a bit of editing to do. It'll be interesting though. I want to see how far into the memory card I go. I can't remember how big the card is that I bought, but it's a couple hundred gigabytes, I think. I've always liked this little pond right there. Well, coming into town here. Lake City, a peak experience, which is very true. There are many peaks. I like to think I'm pretty visible. I have daytime running lights, and I wear a lot of stuff that makes me bright. See? They don't like me. Yeah, okay. A nice little town. Damn fly shop. They got everything in there. I need to stop. The off-roading around here is spectacular. That's the school that I was talking about right there. Nice little town. You can run an ATV. My son will love that. Come on out, Nick. You can ride some ATVs. We took an ATV with my brother-in-law also. Marble East. I remember that was a 6,000 ATV. That was pretty cool. Let's go spot this now. I think I'll choose my waterproof socks and my fly fishing boots. The waders because it's water. Bit 'em. I don't know, does it seem a little clearer, more clear to you? Could just be my imagination. Lake City Ski Hill. My cousin and I used to go, after school was out in high school, we'd go up to a little ski place up in Deer Creek Canyon. It was called Fun Valley. And they had this chairlift that had single chairs on it, just one run, right down the middle. I really spent a long time learning how to ski right there. Finally got away from the ATV guy. Vickers Dude Ranch. First I thought that said nude. Vickers Nude Ranch. Maybe they're nude dudes. Ugh. Oops. I should have been going slower driving by that cop. I don't think he's coming out after me. Lake San Cristobal. That's Lake San Cristobal Recreation Area. The Lake San Cristobal Recreation Area, the same as the road that goes around Lake San Cristobal. It looks vaguely familiar. I think it is.
Lake San Cristobal in Hinsdale County, Colorado, near Lake City in the San Juan Mountains, formed about 700 years ago as a natural barrier, landslide-dammed lake when the initial Slumgullion Earthflow blocked the lake fork of the Gunnison River. It is Colorado's second largest natural lake, after Grand Lake. It sits at roughly 9,003 feet, 2,744 meters elevation, measures about 2.1 miles, 3.3 kilometers long, reaches a maximum depth of about 89 feet, 27 meters, covers roughly 0.52 square miles, 1.34 kilometers, and holds around 11,000 to 14 million cubic meters of water. Figures vary slightly by source and measurement date. How it formed the Slumgullion Earthflow, also called the Slumgullion Slide or mass flow, is a large, slow-moving landslide of hydrothermally altered tertiary volcanic rocks, including decomposed volcanic tuff and breccias rich in clay, that originated on the flank of Mesa Seco at the edge of the Lake City caldera. Rather than a typical rocky avalanche, the material behaved more like a viscous flow, a river of rock, mud, and gravel. The initial surge occurred roughly 700 years ago, around the early 1300s. Some popular accounts cite 800 years or more. The debris flowed several miles, about 4 to 6.8 kilometers total length for the overall feature, downslope into the river valley, bearing roughly 2.8 kilometers of the pre-existing Lake Fork channel and creating a natural earthen dam. The dam crest reached heights on the order of 50-70 meters above the original streambed in places. Water backed up upstream, forming the lake in a glaciated alpine valley. Most landslide dams fail relatively quickly by overtopping erosion or piping. This one has remained stable because the dam material is low porosity and clay-rich, relatively impermeable. The natural spillway/outlet formed at a low point against the opposite valley wall and is partly cut into resistant tertiary volcanic bedrock, visible at features like Argenta Falls, with armoring by coarser rock fragments. USGS investigations concluded the dam is stable, failure risk is low. A younger, still active portion of the Earthflow, roughly the last approximately 300 years, continues to move slowly downhill, up to approximately 20-23 feet per year in places, over parts of the older deposit. It is a well-studied natural laboratory for landslide processes and is designated a National Natural Landmark. Sediment from the Lake Fork and Slumgullion Creek is slowly building deltas and filling the lake. At historical rates, complete filling could take on the order of another 2,500 years without destabilizing the dam. Later history and human use. The lake, and the nearby town of Lake City, takes its name from San Cristobal, Spanish for St. Christopher. Early mining activity occurred in the surrounding area. Water rights and reservoir use date back to the late 19th century. Records of beneficial use from 1898, formal decrees and plans in the early 20th century. A 1928 decree referenced a surface area of about 330 acres and capacity near 9,800 acre-feet. In the 1950s, the USGS evaluated and ultimately rejected a proposal for a larger artificial embankment dam, citing risks from the active upper earth flow and potential reactivation of the lower slide from higher water levels, pore pressures. Minor human modifications have occurred at the outlet for level control and fisheries, e.g., a small rock and timber structure built by Hinsdale County around 1954 that later deteriorated. Later practices of adding/removing boulders seasonally, proposals for controlled storage, release of limited additional water. The lake remains primarily a natural feature managed for recreation, fishing for trout, boating, camping, wildlife viewing, within or near Gunnison National Forest lands. In short, Lake San Cristobal is a relatively young, geologically notable example of a stable landslide-dammed lake created by the ancient and still partly active Slumgullion Earthflow. Its formation, longevity, and ongoing sedimentation are well documented in USGS studies.
Right around Lake San Cristobal. It's really pretty up here. Isn't it? All the water's got to be cold. There's an Alpine lake that's probably about an hour from our house. Lake Irwin. And you access Lake Irwin by going on Kepler Pass. And Karen was up there the other day with a friend of hers. And she has a paddleboard, but she did not get her paddleboard out. Rocky Mountain Gulch. Looks like it has some storms ripping down through here. Oh, yeah. Like, if you're in this area, you gotta come drive around Lake San Cristobal. It's gorgeous. In the fall, it's super pretty. I'm communing with nature today. I don't know how passable that dirt road is on the motorcycle. I don't recall it being too wild. I could also just turn around and take the pavement back. What's this sign say? No maintenance beyond this point. No winter maintenance beyond. Okay. As I recall, the road is pretty much like this the whole way. Go summon. Moose? Yeah, so that distance on asphalt now, we're on the east side of the lake. It will be the same distance going back, so not too far. But an interesting drive nonetheless. I took this thing on the Ohio Creek Pass, Ohio Pass. I took this motorcycle on that day. And it was pretty chunky. It was interesting. I survived. This road's in better shape than that, though. Beautiful. I think I would leave my gear as is, just take my helmet off when I go into Packers if they're open today. Leave everything else the same. A little bit of a climb up. Pretty down there. Oh my gosh. Beautiful. Wow. That looks like it would be a great place for moose. Swampy. What do you think so far? You like this ride? I'm enjoying it. Karen asked me, oh, there's a campground here. Nice. And all the spots are open. Amazing. Now Karen asked me, you know, I asked her, do you think I could ride all the way to Steamboat in one day? And she said, doesn't your butt get tired? And I said, well, yeah, you know, it's better with the new seat. I think it's doable. Do it in one day, but I wouldn't want to get so wasted in one day that I couldn't continue the next day, that I'd have to spend another day recuperating. Oh, there's campgrounds right overlooking the lake. Beautiful. I don't remember all these campgrounds. For heaven's sake. Smells like forest here. Yeah, that's a smoky. I was wondering, it's so expensive to have even your trash hauled out in Crescent Butte. I think I pay $500 a quarter to Waste Management for trash pickup. And it made me wonder if there was some kind of like communal trash thing that could be done where they have dumpsters where you could take your trash to, you could be a part of that.